If you've ever traveled through the beautiful, serene landscapes of South Korea, you've probably seen them. These gentle mounds of earth, just dotting the hillsides. They blend in so perfectly, you might just think they're a natural part of the scenery. But they are anything but. They are carefully constructed marvels, and today we're going to uncover the secret science hidden right inside of them.
So, what exactly are these things? I mean, there's such a common sight in the countryside, but their true nature, well, it reveals this profound story of history, of science, and a really deep connection to the natural world.
Okay, so they have a name, Bongbun. But listen, calling them just burial mounds is like calling a pyramid just a pile of rocks. It doesn't even begin to cover it. You should think of them more like sophisticated architectural statements, where each one tells a story of family, of history, and of a philosophy that's all about finding harmony between us and the universe.
All right, so here's where it gets really interesting. You might think, a mound is a mound, right? Wrong. Not even close. When you start to look a little closer, you realize you're looking at this huge, diverse gallery of architectural forms, sculpted right into the earth itself.
The variety is just wild. Of course, you've got your traditional circles, but then, boom, you see squares and long rectangles. Some mounds are even shaped like peanuts or dumbbells, probably to symbolize a couple buried together. There are even mounds made entirely of stone, including one that looks shockingly like a pyramid from the front. Every single shape is like a little clue, telling you about the region, the time period, and the status of the person honored inside.
So with all this incredible variety, you got to start wondering, right? Is there one shape that's considered the best one, the most perfect, the ideal form they were all aiming for? And the answer, it turns out, is a definite yes. Ancient Korean architects were absolutely on a quest for the perfect shape.
So, which one is it? Out of all these squares and circles, and even gourds, which design did they finally decide was the absolute pinnacle? What does perfection, sculpted from the earth, actually look like?
And here it is. The ideal form is said to look like an overturned porcelain bowl. A fantastic example is the tomb of Hong Ro in Gunwi. See, it's not a perfect hemisphere. It has this profound grace and stability. The top is gently rounded, but also a little bit flat, with slopes that just flow perfectly down to the earth.
And this beautiful shape? It is not just for looks, not at all. This is all about engineering for permanence. This specific curve is perfectly calibrated to resist erosion, to stand for centuries against the wind and the rain. It's a design for eternity, capturing both balance and pure endurance.
But the real secret isn't just the overall shape, it's actually in the precise geometry. There's a hidden code, a specific number that unlocks the genius behind this entire design.
51 degrees and 52 minutes. That's it. That is the golden angle. The ancient builders discovered that this exact slope was the key, the secret sauce, to creating a structure that would last forever. But the most incredible part is where else in the ancient world this exact number shows up. And get this. The slope of the ideal Korean Bongbun is the exact same angle as the Great Pyramids of Giza. Just let that sink in for a second. Two ancient cultures on opposite sides of the world arrived at the exact same number in their quest for eternity. Now that is not a coincidence. That is physics. This golden angle is known in science as the angle of repose. Basically, it's the steepest possible angle you can pile up stuff like soil or sand before it just collapses under its own weight. It's nature's own angle of perfect stability. The ancient Koreans didn't have modern physics textbooks. They figured this out just by carefully observing the world around them. Absolutely incredible.
Okay, so we know the what, the angle, we get the science, but that's only half the story. To really understand the Bongbun, we have to explore the spiritual why. Why was this physical stability so incredibly important?
And the answer lies in the concept of Qi, or Ji as it's pronounced in Korean. You've probably heard of it. Qi is the vital life force, an energy that's believed to flow through all living things and the entire universe. The goal wasn't just to build a tomb, but to build a place where this energy could gather, concentrate, and resonate.
So here's how it all connects in this really simple, elegant logic. First, the golden angle creates perfect physical stability. Second, this perfect stability is believed to create the ideal conditions to concentrate and preserve that vital Qi energy. And finally, this beautiful harmony between the physical structure and the spiritual energy, well, that is the very heart of Korean Feng Shui.
And we're not just talking about superstition here. This is like a hidden science.
K-Feng Shui is a unique kind of wisdom that tries to harmonize our lives with the forces of nature, using precise geometry to create a kind of spiritual resonance. It's all about finding our place within the bigger energy patterns of the world.
So the next time you see these mounds, I hope you don't just see hills of earth, I hope you see them for what they really are: living monuments. They are testaments to a culture's deep understanding of nature and its timeless, enduring search for balance and for eternal harmony.
And that leaves us with a final thought to ponder. Are these structures just tombs for the dead? Or are these something more? A timeless blueprint for harmony, a lesson in stability, and a secret code for connecting with the universe, etched forever into the very hills of the landscape for us all to see.